Hello, and just want to say congratulations on getting access to this video course where we're going to talk about how to run what we call smart CPA offers, and we're going to combine that with some basic paid traffic. All right, so this course has been designed so that even if you're a newbie, you should be able to go through, get things set up, and start running CPA offers. All right, so let's jump right in. So this is video number 1, which is the introduction to CPA 2.0. First things first, what I want to do is talk about mindset. This is not a get-rich-quick business. All right, let me repeat that. This is not something where overnight you're going to earn $1,000 per day or even $100 a day or even $10 a day. You really need to get that out of your head. A lot of gurus in this industry will say, oh, you can make X amount of money in X amount of days. But the reality is that most people that get into CPA or paid traffic, you won't see results right away. You can scale up in the future, but it's not going to start that way. Like any business model, this is going to take a lot of hard work, especially when dealing with traffic, especially paid traffic. Oftentimes with paid traffic, you're not going to be profitable for the first several $100s. In fact, a lot of people who say, oh, I've had success with paid traffic, you have to ask them, okay, well, how many campaigns did you have fail before you found that one successful campaign? And a lot of times people don't reveal that information. So that's somewhat of a reality check. All right. So the reality is that you're going to have more failed campaigns than successes. But all it takes is that one success to scale it. All right. So you might test 10, 20 different campaigns. And out of those 10, 20 campaigns, you might find 1 or 2, which then you can hone in on those 1 and 2 and begin to scale it. So like I said, a lot of gurus out there just show you the success part, all right? They're not revealing to you that full picture. So the reason why I'm going over this is because I want you to understand full transparency, the truth, the reality. Now, don't give into that dream. It's okay to dream, but as long as you're understanding the reality here and that you're willing to push through it. So what I want to do now is give you a quick overview of what's inside this video course. Of course, this is video number 1. Video number 2 is the good and the bad. So we're going to talk about the good of CPA and the bad of CPA. And you need to know this information before you get started. Otherwise, you can get cheated or bad things can happen. And we'll talk more about that in that particular video. Video number 3, we're going to talk about, once we discuss the bad, how do you go about protecting yourself? Video number 4, we'll talk about how to increase your approval rate when it comes to applying to CPA networks. A lot of people apply to CPA networks and then they get rejected. Why is that? And then versus someone else might apply and they may not even need to have an interview. Why is that? All right, so we'll talk about that and what you're going to need in that video. Video number 5, we'll talk about the new evolution of CPA, and this is why we call this smart CPA offers. Video number 6, we'll talk about CPA networks that buy your traffic. Video number 7, we'll talk about traffic sources. And of course, video number 8 will hone in on one specific traffic source, which is going to be pop ads. And believe it or not, pop ads or pop unders still convert today. But this is a specific site which is located at popads.com. All right, so with that said, let's talk about what you need to get started. You're going to need to have a legitimate website. And a legitimate website to show people that you are a real company. You're not just a one-man band, but even if you are, that legitimate website that looks professional enough will make you look like an agency. So we'll discuss more in detail why you need that and how you can have that and how that will help bypass most of the approval process. Obviously, you're going to need to have money. Yes, sometimes we suggest you to have at least $500. And like I said, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're going to need money. If you're thinking, oh, I can do this for free with maybe SEO, then that's possible. But a lot of times with SEO, it can take months, 2, 3, 4 months just to get started. So we're talking about paid traffic here. So you're going to need to have money. And of course, you're going to need to have access to CPA offers, which we'll discuss in later detail later on. And you'll need to have access to the right traffic source. So with that said, let's move on to video number 2. Okay, so welcome back. This is video number 2. And let's talk about the good and the bad when it comes to CPA networks. So the purpose of this video is to reveal to you why this industry can sometimes get a bad name and how you can go about protecting yourself and what to look out for. So when you join a CPA network and you start to generate leads, you have to understand that a lead is not considered a lead. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that not every lead is created equal. So you'll have some good leads and you'll have some bad leads. Now, because some leads are good and some are lousy, if you accidentally send a CPA network bad leads, they have the potential of either scrubbing and doing what we call scrubbing, which is lead cleaning. So you might have sent 1,000 leads, but they're only going to pay you for 10 of them because the 1,000 may not be good. So if you had, spent maybe $200 or $300 to get those leads, then you're out. They may shut your account down and say, well, you're sending lousy leads, so we're just not going to pay you. Now, while that does seem like a legitimate reason, right? As an advertiser, if let's say 1,000 people sign up and then 999 people unsubscribe within minutes, then that's potential fraud, right? Now, you may not know that as somebody who is driving traffic. So there are specific elements that you can adhere to increase the quality of your traffic. So for example, let's say that you get paid for every single lead that installs an iPhone app. As you can imagine, from an advertiser standpoint, if you were to send 1,000 leads to install that app, but 999 people within minutes unsubscribe that app, that's going to look a little bit suspicious. So if you are the advertiser and you're paying $1,000 and those 999 people are illegitimate, of course, as an advertiser, you're not going to want to pay that. Now, as an affiliate, generating those leads, on the flip side, you're going to be upset because you spent that money to send to them. Now, going beyond that, some affiliate networks can further scrub those lists either for legitimate reasons or illegitimate reasons. Sometimes they may have maybe an advertiser who just decides to up and cancel. So in that case, the affiliate network is going to lose money. So sometimes they'll shut down your account for those reasons. So not getting paid is a big thing. So yes, this happens sometimes, even if you were to send really high traffic, sadly. So the way you protect yourself is to only use CPA networks that have proven themselves, proven their worth, and have good reviews. Now, some networks have a really bad reputation of just not paying at all, and you can usually find this information out. So how do you go about protecting yourself? We'll talk about that in video number 3. Hello and welcome back. This is video number 3. Let's talk about how to protect yourself against bad CPA networks. This is not 100% guarantee. but this is something that we have used over the years. Okay, so like we discussed previously, there are bad CPA networks. But with that said, there are also many good ones. So how do you know if you're driving leads to, a good CPA network, meaning one that will pay you? Before we go to the site, I want to say that some CPA networks will alert you immediately, and that's why you have to have a good relationship with your affiliate manager. Sometimes they'll alert you and say, hey, these are the top countries to drive traffic to, and you start driving traffic to those top countries. And what ends up happening is you drive really bad traffic. So typically your affiliate manager will contact you and say, hey, we noticed that the quality of your traffic is not that great. Please stop now. And they might either ban you from that offer, and some really good CPA networks will pay you, but they'll just ban you, or they'll pay you and they'll ban you from that offer, or they'll ban you outright. Now, there are specific elements that you can adhere to kind of increase the quality of your traffic and push away the bad traffic. Now, there's a specific site called AFPaying, and let's head on over to that site and let me show you around. And this is going to be a great site on how to figure out what CPA networks are good, which ones have really bad reviews, versus which ones are legitimate and may have really good reviews. Now, ultimately, it's going to be based on your experience, but at the same time, this is going to be a good site that you can use to do your due diligence. So let's hop on over to that website. Okay, so if you go to affpaying.com, that's spelled as AFF paying, PAYING.com, affpaying.com. You'll get to the site and it's basically a directory. Now, there are other affiliate CPA directories like offervault.com, but I like this site mainly because you get real affiliates, you get affiliate reviews, and people will generally post their payments. So for example, if they got paid by the CPA network, then you get to see that people post their payments. Now, not everyone posts their payments, and there might be some really good CPA networks out there that have people that just don't post that information, but this will kind of give you a baseline on that. All right, so let me zoom in just a little bit like that. All right, so up at the top, we have your ability to search affiliate networks. So you can type in the affiliate network right here if you would like to. I can say right off the bat, Mobi Idea. That's a good affiliate network. Mobi Idea is also not just an affiliate CPA network, but they're also a traffic network, and they specialize in push notifications. So that's one that I can say that's good. All right, so let's just click on Mobi Idea. So that actually goes to the website, so we don't want that. Okay, so for the sake of an example, I typed in Mobi Idea or Mob Idea, and then you can see it down here. Add Combo is another good one. Now, you'll notice that specific CPA networks specialize in specific areas. Some will focus purely on mainstream things like sweepstakes, gift cards, vouchers, things like that. And then, of course, some will specialize in adult, like dating and other adult things. So just keep that in mind as you're going through. Now, let's click on this one here. We can see that there are about 31 positive reviews and 1 negative review. So you can get an idea of how they pay out and how fast they pay. Now, to me, this is just information. What I really pay attention to is the affiliate reviews, both the negative and the positive, and the payment proofs. So as we can see here,